So welcome back then to the Intel Extreme Masters European Championship. It's time, finally, for some Quake live action. It's the grand final between Cooler and Av3k, a game which we've been waiting for here since hours and hours and hours. Of course, we've just seen an epic Counter-Strike 1.6 game. Calypt, how are you doing?
Doing fine. Enjoyed the game.
Good. I'm happy that you're happy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be happy. Anyway, let's get it underway. First map will be ZTN. Of course, both players you've just heard there in the interviews, they're actually just been introduced on stage as well. So actually, they were waiting for us to come back. We just needed a little, I need a little bit of a break. So the maps will be ZTN, Dismemberment, T7, DM13, and Aerowalk. There we go. They have been introduced to me. Yeah. And this first map, of course... Oh, wait, I need to turn the gamma down just a tad. There we go. And just before we get started here, I just want to remind all you guys to go over to Reddit, into the gaming section, and upvote the post that Slash has made about the Intel Extreme Masters European Championships and the stream in there. And of course, a big thank you to everyone that's already done that, and for the guys over at Reddit for supporting us here at the Intel Extreme Masters and supporting esports in general as well. You guys are awesome. I think we need just one more minute, apparently. I'm actually ready. Here we go. So, we're ready to go. I'm going to take my shoes off, get prepared for this game. Of course, it is going to be best of 5. And the winner will claim $4,000 plus the European Championship. It's Cooler versus Av3k. Map 1 here on ZTN. And the spawn there for Cooler, not the best he could have hoped for, but probably not the worst here. Oh, and he's going to put down some great plasma damage there. And that Mega all gone.
That could have gone a lot worse for Av3k. Surprised Cooler stayed so defensive there on the plasma spam. I think he expected Av3k to be out earlier and got the rail back onto him, so he's going to play the defense now. Looking pretty bad at the moment on the items, and Av3k pretty strong. Next ret is definitely going to go to Av3k, probably undamaged as well.
And there it is, 200 armor for Av3k. He's going to be up at, well, 189 health now. It would have been 200 if he didn't quite grenade himself a little bit. But, of course, not able to get tabs on Cooler there. He's just spotted him up high next to the shotgun platform. And actually, he's going to meet here. Cooler trapped in the corner. Frag number 1 of the grand final goes over to Av3k. And, well, good little start for Av3k, who, of course, he finished second in the last European Championship finals behind his teammate Cypher, who he beat in the semi-final earlier on here on esl-tv. And, of course, just a quick update for those of you who didn't know, the third-place game between Cypher and Strengths finished in a win for Strengths. And apparently it was an absolute beast of a game. I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, like, T7 on their map was really, really close. Second frag for Av3k already. Looking really, really strong, Av3k on this map. And as I said already, his in-control game improved so much. Like we saw Hectic earlier. Yeah. He was an absolute beast on that one as well.
Well, here he goes again. Cooler actually just moving in, and the LG will be switched out to a rail. And he's got a spawn on Cooler as well. I don't know if Cooler... Yeah, he probably saw him there coming in and actually dropped down, but he's dropped down right in front of him, and that will give a free frag over to Av3k, who also gets the rail off the spawn. And Av3k just reading Cooler's game here perfectly. Look at that for a rocket jump and a frag. Absolutely amazing looking so far is Av3k. And, well, he left that red armor up there for a second, and it's a good idea because he's offsetting it here to the Mega Health, and it will give him another frag onto Cooler, which leaves him 6-0 in the lead, and the pole absolutely flying at the minute.
This is incredible in-control play by Av3k again. He's giving Cooler no second to breathe. Like, Cooler is trying to slow it down desperately to get on some yellows and get a decent stack to attack some item, but Av3k is just constantly in his face.
There was the rocket jump up again, and I think he just saw the back end of Cooler. He fakes a rocket jump over onto that red armor, and then finally gets in. Upper yellow also going to be claimed by Av3k. So, looking over at Cooler, he's got 115 armor or so. And he's now just camping out. Of course, he's having to rely on those yellows to put him in a position where he can take a fight on one of these major 2 items.
This could be a really decent position for Cooler, considering Ret and Mega up at the same time. He might be able to grab one, which would be a really big deal for him.
Well, here comes Av3k. Cooler will grab that red armor, and the rockets are great. In comes the LG. Mega is there, but Rail will come out from Cooler. He will put on his first frag of this grand final. Oh, and he even hits a Rail right into the legs of Av3k. Not the easiest shot to make there. Not much sight he had, of course, on his opponent. But of course, he will pick this one up, and he's waiting here for this lower yellow to spawn before he goes back around for the red armor, which he will, of course, get for free as well. Here comes, well, the drop down. Av3k was there, but good defensive rocket from Av3k. Keeps him, of course, 5 frags in the lead. We've got about 6 minutes left on the clock. This time, Cooler misses the same rail as before. Of course, Av3k just spamming down onto this Mega Health. Cooler does hit the rail, and just before that Mega Health pickup, doing a nice amount of damage to his opponent.
Av3k will really need a rail soon.
Oh,
this is surely going to be a kill.
And here comes Cooler, and the rockets were good. Av3k trying his best to slow Cooler down with those defensive rockets while backing away. Didn't work out for him, and Cooler now camping out this lower corridor. Av3k, if he spawned there, not stupid enough to go across. No, he didn't. And he's going to have some shards. Lower yellow up in 3. Red armor collected by Cooler. Mega's up in 1 second, so Av3k needs to get himself in and out, which he does without taking any rail shots or anything. And he still, of course, has a 4 frag lead, but 5.5 minutes is a long time to hold on, and he has to start planning a comeback here when he comes to the armors.
Especially looking at Cooler now, he's like, I thought Av3k's aim was absolutely incredible, but Cooler came back just in the same way. Cooler's not having the pace as Av3k has on this map, but it shouldn't affect him too much. Like, he's hitting every single shot, as you can see there as well. Every important shot at least, and not giving up items is going to be a big deal for Cooler. As long as he stays true to 1 yellow, 1 mecha, and 1 red, he's going to get the kill eventually.
There's another Mega Health pickup for Cooler. Red armor up in 3 seconds. Oh, and he's not spotted Av3k there. And he went for the rocket jump and I think realized that Av3k was there just as he kind of looked down to fire the rocket into the ground and then decided obviously against it. But Cooler, of course, will still get that red armor. And
that caused a lot of confusion for Cooler. Kind of lost track of Av3k there as well. And
yeah.
Now Av3k is already up at a decent stack. So Cooler can't really challenge like he wanted to before. So that fight at red was really, really good for Av3k.
Here comes Cooler in towards that upper yellow. Is available. Red armor has been stolen away and a direct rocket hits Cooler. That's going to be somewhat annoying for him. And Cooler's going for the shot down onto lower yellow rather than just going in to pick up that upper yellow. And that was a nice decision from Cooler, just to lay down that extra bit of damage. Right now, Av3k is 100, 170. Cooler, 140, 140.
Cooler's in a really good position now. Cheekily waiting for the drop down there from Av3k, but smartly Av3k didn't go for it. Finally, the game slowed down a bit. Like, this is really good for Av3k, slowing the game down. The more time you can run off, the more desperate Cooler's attacks will be. 3 minutes 15 to go.
Oh, and here comes Av3k, and Cooler wasn't expecting that one, and Av3k's put out a great amount of damage here. Cooler is going to chase in, and he is going to get the frag, but it certainly wasn't a clean one. And because I had not switched around, I certainly wasn't aware that Av3k was there either. Of course, neither was Cooler. Here comes the rocket jump up. Going to try and make sure that Av3k doesn't steal that red armor away, and there's a failed rocket jump for Cooler.
It was enough to scare Av3k off, though.
Yeah. The rail shot comes in. Cooler setting up the trap. Av3k wasn't there, though. Yellow and the lower is up right now. And Cooler still has 3 frags to make up. It's 2 direct rockets straight into the body of Av3k. And that will bring us back to just a 2 frag scoreline. 2.5 minutes to go. More than enough time for Cooler to pull this one off.
Very crucial frag there as well, because Red and Mega were at the same time. So Av3k could have potentially gotten in on 1, but the frag set him totally off that.
It's lower yellow available. Still 10 seconds for red, so Cooler can take this and then get back over for the big prize. Oh, and he's dropped down there. Av3k's going to go through. Red is available. Ah, and Cooler went for the rail shot, which unfortunately for him, he missed. And it leaves us with 1:50 on the clock. Still 2 frags in it. Cooler will land that rail as Av3k's trying to get away, and he's only got 71 HP. Those 225s boosting him up. But this is really living in a dangerous kind of state for Av3k. Defensive rockets in. And switch back over to Cooler, who is waiting out on this red armor. And the good thing now for Av3k is that both Red and Mega are on exactly the same timer.
I don't think he has a time on any of them, though. That is the problem. And with such a big stack and Cooler's grip on the map, if he gets those 2 frags, he would be in a better position than Av3k. But it's only 1 minute to go now, and Av3k is already camping the teleporters, and all he can do really now is run. There's no way he can actually hold back Cooler.
Yep, that teleporter again will be escaped. 1 minute warning is already gone. Cooler going to speed up his game. He's got a full health armor stack. And now it's all about chasing Av3k and finding Av3k. The problem is, he's really not having much luck at it at the moment. Av3k is actually camping down by low. In comes Cooler, he's going to follow through. There's the 5th frag. It's 6-5 to Cooler. 30 seconds remaining here in map number 1 on ZTN. Can Cooler find the 1 frag that he needs? Av3k in front of him. Missed rail. That's going to cost Cooler, but he'll try and cut him off here at upper yellow. Of course, Av3k not stupid enough to drop in for that one. He stole Mega Health away as well. We've got 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Cooler's game now speeding up as he rocket jumps up in for that upper yellow.
Is he
8 seconds to go.
He's
here we go. He's going to drop. Av3k is down there. He gets the first rocket. There's the second. Gets the kill. 6-6 with 3 seconds on the clock. We go into overtime here in map number 1. Brilliant stuff from Cooler. Av3k will probably feel a little bit hard done by there. He ran the clock down perfectly, but, well, I say perfectly, of course, it didn't work out for him in the end, so it wasn't that perfect.
Yeah, that position, he chose it 3 times for running away from Cooler. And the 3rd time, if he chose any other position, like at the rocket launcher, or even at the upper yellow in the hallway, he would have actually won this map already. And now he's got no grip on the map.
Now he's screwed.
No timings on the items. And all he can do is pretty much continue just running away and hoping something goes in his favor.
Cooler faking the rocket jump. Av3k not going to buy it. Red armor collected. Mega health collected. And Cooler, of course, definitely in the driving seat. All he has to do is find Av3k and not lose his grip on the items, because right now Av3k doesn't even have, you know, enough. Oh, he's got 80 armor, but still, it's not exactly ideal for him. And there he sees Cooler making the move once again. Rocket jump up. Av3k could be in trouble. Cooler goes away. Red armor's available. And Cooler will rocket jump up. And Av3k just trying to put out some cheeky rail damage as well here and there.
Yeah, and he's slowly getting the timings back on the items. He should know when Mega is as well.
Well, here is Mega in just a couple of seconds. In comes Cooler. Av3k will miss the rail. Cooler will miss the rail. We've got 30 seconds remaining in this first overtime.
Only 50 armor separating these two, and the next red, Av3k has a time on it. He will probably try to get some damage on.
Oh, and he was underneath there with the rail, looking for that one.
That could have been a really crucial row.
And of course, we saw in the game earlier 5 overtimes between Cooler and Strakes on DM13. Looks like we're going to be moving into the second overtime in this first map. There we go. An extra 2 minutes added. Grenade connects. Mega Health, of course, is available. Av3k is actually right underneath Cooler. Oh, what a grenade. And of course, he's got an infinite supply of grenades up there, Av3k. Just so you know.
As long as Av3k gets out of that situation, it's the best he could hope for, because he's going to get free items. Everything on the map is up.
And there is the first one. And he's going to come down here. Oh, does get railed from underneath. Good damage put down. And now he can actually get over to this red, but can he get in and out without being railed? Yes, he can. Great play by Av3k. And he's up to now 100-100. Cooler 170-130. As he takes more shards.
The question is, can Cooler catch him out on the exit? Now, he knows where he is. He knows for sure that Av3k is at that plasma gun.
Cooler with both players, of course, with 1 minute to win it. Cooler's going to try and set the trap here on red. Avek not buying it. Mega health is there as well. Nade spammed in by Avek. Is Avek going to make the jump? No. Avek is gone, but he gets a rail off before he goes. That's something at least for Avek.
Luckily for Cooler, the rail was before the mega pickup,
Yeah.
so it didn't affect him that much. And Avek is camping out of that rat, and Cooler's going for it as well. Avek actually leaving it. Cooler should have had that pickup behind him, yeah.
Got 10 seconds to go in overtime number 2. Both players playing super cautious.
Just as you say that.
Cooler's like, what the hell? Where did that grenade come from? Avek runs away. Overtime number 3.
The first fight they take, they're so equal. I mean, sure, Cooler has the mega, but it's still the opening rocket can decide everything.
And that was a good one as well. Will Cooler follow this one up? No, he won't. He's happy to take red.
I've seen that already on DM13. Like, Cooler doesn't really take the risk in overtime. He tries to get a decent frag and like to actually deserve it and not just go in relentless for an attack.
180, 120 on Cooler. Avek is 100, 130. So, one rail shot behind, let's say. More now because that red armor was collected. We're about to go into the last minute of overtime number 3. I probably should keep like a tally chart of these overtimes. That's how many we're having. Grenade spam down. There is Cooler, and he's going to try the shot here. And well, both players successfully missing everything. And Avek is going to get over onto red.
Jumps over right as Cooler switches as well. Wow, that is an aggressive move from Cooler.
There's a rocket jump up there. I wasn't quite sure, I think, whether it was a fake, but he put the rocket down and it really hit Cooler perfectly. 9 seconds for red armor. Avek decides, I'm out of here. Really could do with a mega health to put him in a safe position. It's 3 seconds. Will Cooler drop? Yes, he will. Grenade spam down. And Avek deciding it's probably not worth it.
None of these players are actually going for any fight. They just...
There's overtime number 4.
It's gonna come down to one of them catching the other guy out.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, even with the opening, we've seen so many good opening rockets, they just don't dare to follow it up.
Impressive.
Nice rail from Avek. Cooler will fake rocket jump, which of course is going to hurt him a little bit. He's 100, 100. Avek 100, 115.
I've got a bit less.
This is such a tense game.
First mega for Avek as well. Now Avek is actually having control.
We'll see if Avek plays this one a bit more aggressive now that he knows that he's got a good control on. I can hear people shouting for Cooler even inside of the arena, which is actually one wall away, through a wall. Here we go, Avek pushing in to that lower area. Does get the rail out onto Cooler, who stays for a little while. Avek going to come in, but will he drop down? Rocket jumps over onto that shotgun platform. Dangerous here, he's dropped on top of Cooler with the LG. Mega's available, and Cooler's missed the rocket. This is going to be deadly as Avek pushes in, and Avek will get the kill with 7 minutes and 20 gone of overtime. Almost a full map, you could say. Again, and, well, just an absolutely brilliant game here as Cooler will actually go for it as well. Avek down to 62 HP, make that 25. And Cooler could snatch this one away from him. Of course, we do have another 20 seconds to go. Here comes Cooler. Avek will go down. We're tied up again with 20 seconds to go in this 4th overtime. And it's just the first map, ladies and gents.
This
Good
is gonna be
rockets
the
from
kill
Cooler.
again.
And there is the lead for the Russian with 7 seconds still to go. Surely he's done enough. He only has to camp down in this lower teleporter. 2 seconds to go. And Cooler will win map 1. 8 points to 7. What an absolute beast of a map. 4 overtimes.